Following a verbal dispute in Brooklyn Bridge Park, Zachary Cowan, age 11, and armed with a stick, struck our son, Ethan Longstreet, in the face.
Armed?
Armed. You don't like armed? Michael, what can we say?
Carrying, carrying a stick, all right?
Carrying, yeah.
Carrying a stick.
Carrying.
They all start out wanting to be polite, or as polite as they can be. But then, you know, they start to act out in these ways. They all deal with the tension and in different ways. Some people lash out, and my character just decides, like, let's just get drunk. I can't handle this, you know? Like, he loses his temper and reveals his true nature.
It's not undramatic. It's not uncinematic just because it happens in one Brooklyn apartment. Maybe even on the contrary, you just have to go into the details more. You can't rely on Death Valley and the stagecoach, you know, pulling through at full speed. That not. But is that really all that makes a movie? I beg to differ.
His wife wants to keep talking about it, but he just wants to kind of disappear. In other words, like, I think for my character, at 5 o'clock, the scotch comes out, no matter who's home. And so that time starts to roll up, and he's like, look, this is what I do at this time of day, so why don't you join me?
I'm sure your son is not a maniac.
Zachary is not a maniac.
Yes, he is.
Alan, don't be an idiot. Why are you saying that?
He's a maniac.
How does he explain what he did?
He won't talk about it.
Well, he should talk about it.
Oh, that's a lot of shoulds, Mrs. Longstreet. He should come here, he should talk about it, he should feel sorry. I'm sure you're much more involved than we are. We're trying to get up to speed, but in the meantime, try to indulge us.
It's funny because these little battles erupt, but people sort of take turns going at each other. I think if you did like a geometric drawing of the conflict and the alliances between the people, it would make for a really interesting over the course of the 80 minutes, because it's constantly shifting. The men join up together against the women at one point, even though they've been in conflict before that, and then the couples pair off together, and then the couples, you know, join with the other partner against their own mates, and so all that subtext stuff and that jockeying for position was all there in the script. I wish I could say I improvised this performance, but it's very tightly scripted.
The German word for actor is, if you translate it literally, show player. And I disagree with that, because I don't want to be concerned with the showing. I much prefer the term actor, because I'm just concerned with the doing. In the end, it transports meaning. Yeah, I admit it's something that I think about, but it's something that I think about before. Would that action that I have to do tell the story?